everybody. Welcome to this Wednesday session. So this is going to be a little different than I anticipated. About 2 weeks ago when I was in the gym, I felt a little strain when I was working out, but I took it easy for a couple of days and it disappeared. And then, wouldn't you know it, about a week later, it came back a little bit. It was a little bit more uncomfortable, kind of thinking, I wonder if I have a hernia. Oh, I continued working out. The pain wasn't bothering me. There was no real discomfort. Until 2 days ago, I came home from the gym and came out of the shower in the evening and I looked down and there was a distinct and clear bulge in my pubic region. So I pushed it back in and it popped back in. And then it popped right back out again. So it was clear I had a hernia. I've had one before. I was born with a small one that was operated on in my teens, and then I had a little belly button one when I was 30. So here it is again, but this one's making me feel a little nauseous. I'm just not feeling right. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to. So I decided I'm gonna go to the hospital, to the emergency room, and see if I can't take care of it right away. I'm supposed to travel in about 12 days, and oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to have to deal with this in another country. So off to the hospital I go, to our wonderful, I'm not going to call it free, but included healthcare program. And I got in line and they shuffled me around. And of course it took time. There's more urgent matters than mine. And I'm cool with that. I expected to spend the whole evening/night there. So about 5 hours later, after they did all my tests and put me down, I actually kind of got dizzy. They were poking around so much that it actually started increasing the pain and discomfort, and that's when I started to really get concerned. I said, what's going on down there? Getting nausea. Anyway, so they offered me, I think it's a company called Zofran. They use it for anti-nausea in chemo patients. And they said, yeah, do you want an anti-nausea pill? It'll take care of your nausea right away. I said, no, it's safe, don't worry. I said, no, I don't think I need it, I'll be okay. And it was after having done some research, some of the side effects were like crazy. Dizziness, fatigue, headaches, migraines, more nausea, diarrhea. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't take that. It wasn't that bad. So I just kind of waited around. In the end, they deemed it's not an emergency and that I'm going to have to wait until Monday and I'm going to meet with the surgeon and set up a date. I'll probably have to travel with this hernia. They assured me that there shouldn't be any problems. So what am I talking about this for today? I'm talking about it because how many times in our life is there an obstruction to our plan? How many times does something unexpected happen? You don't plan on a car accident. You don't plan on getting sick. You don't plan on getting a hernia. But now I've got to make a dramatic and significant change to the way I manage my day. So first of all, gym is out of the question. I'll be going into the gym, but I won't be doing anything strenuous. I will be doing some gentle stretching, a lot of back stuff, getting some standing yoga moves going again. My practice has been down. I've been looking forward to starting up again. So this is a time to really start focusing on that. But more importantly, I'm not going to be exerting the kind of calories and energy that I usually do. I work out really, really hard. And in order to recover from those workouts and fuel those workouts, there's a lot of food going into me. I don't eat like the regular human being. I'm a small little guy, but I eat like a massive person. Thousands and thousands of calories a day. I'm super highly energetic. I don't sit around very much. Plus this crazy workout of mine. And my food has purpose. I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating because I know what it does for me. And even today, I'm helping myself become a little bit more less inflamed by drinking some iced chaga tea. Everything has a purpose and everything can help. But here goes. What a lot of people tend to want to hear me talk about is how to accommodate their food. I mean, oh, but this happened and that's why I fell off the wagon. There's always a list of excuses why we can't follow our program or eat healthy. Now, I love comfort food. Who doesn't? So it's okay to have comfort food. For me, it's matzo ball soup. Love good matzo ball soup. And so I enjoy that once in a while, and I think that's okay. But that's not what this is about. This is about now making a dramatic change in the way and what I eat, because I'm not using the food in the same way. So today in my smoothie, I actually reduced its fat and overall caloric value, where I always have a 2-liter smoothie every single day, and I drink that about a liter before the gym, about a liter after the gym. So today I reduced my chia seeds by about 60%. I use half an avocado instead of an entire avocado, thereby reducing some of the stuff going in because I don't need it. And my lunch was just a little bit smaller. I made my portions a little bit smaller. My snacks became a little healthier. So when I'm exercising, working out like that, I crave fatty proteins and stuff throughout the day. But today, my snack choices were a little different. I'm not working out like that. I don't need that extra fat. I don't need that extra everything. So rather than going for all the nuts and the dried fruits and things like that, I reached more for some whole grain crackers and a little bit of cheese I had a little bit of hummus, I had a little bit of trina, and I made it more of a gentle snack. I had a couple of carrots that I was dipping in there. I kind of had a smorgasbord of things I could dip and eat alone, crunchy, cold, things like that. So I made up for what I would normally do because I know I'm not going to use it. Because as healthy as you are, and as healthy as you eat, you can still eat too much of the good stuff. Of course, coconut oil is healthy for you. You start eating spoonfuls of coconut oil, you're going to get fat. You're going to get unhealthy. Too much of everything is not a good thing. Too much of anything is not a good thing. So while I normally indulge in a diet that probably I would say is about 40% fat, I've now cut that down, and I don't measure and everything, but I'm just trying to give you a perspective. I'm probably down to about a 25% fat now, knowing that I don't need it, knowing that I'm not going to burn through it as much. I'm still eating my carbs, I'm still eating my proteins, I'm still eating all my vegetables and everything. I'm just kind of cutting down on the portion sizes and accommodating my new exercise, or my lack of exercise. So I also talked about on my Facebook, those of us, I posted this, that I'm in the hospital, I might have surgery. I just like keeping people involved. I'm a very vulnerable, honest kind of a person, and I thought people might be interested in that whole little journey. So at one point I mentioned that I would share some results of something that really cool happened. So hold on, they're right here in front of me. So while I was there, I complained about a little bit of a pain where they were pressing. So they said, we're going to do some blood work and we're going to check your urine and just make sure everything's cool. Okay, fair enough. I'm 47 years old. It's not a joke. I'm there for hours. You want to poke in and take something out and have me pee inside a plastic cup? I'm cool with that if it could screen something early. I mean, I knew this was just a hernia, but how many times have we heard stories where they went in to look for one thing and then found something else? And that's where the fear comes. My father, somebody who's very dear and close to me, I miss him and love him terribly. He actually went in for a scan on his intestines and in his gut because he had Crohn's, and they discovered tumors on his liver, which eventually actually killed him. So I have no problem with wanting to screen me. If I'm there, poke, prod, poke, pull, whatever you got to do, make sure I'm walking out of that place knowing everything. So they gave me the blood work, and it was real. Oh, this isn't even the right paper. Here it is over here. So she comes back, the nurse, and says, well, Jason, I know you've made it clear that you like to exercise and eat well, and you're a nutritionist, and I'm going to tell you something. You're doing something right, sir, because I don't think I've ever seen numbers come back this perfect. In a 47-year-old man, you are everywhere, right in dead center. Everything is perfect. Your glucose, your sodium, potassium, chloride, HGB, LKC, platelets, everything was perfect. So that actually blew my mind, first of all, because I don't know. I didn't think I was going to be perfect. I certainly didn't think, I indulge once in a while. Like I said, I believe in moderation. And so I do exercise well, and I eat probably 85-90% clean. And I quit smoking a long time ago. And, I still partake in some alcohol, a little bit of weed. But generally speaking, I live a very healthy life. And it just goes to show that even at this age, when all the people I know around me, what are they saying? Oh yeah, started with cholesterol, Lipitor, that. It's my age. My dad had it, my uncle had it. Isn't that what happens at this age, guys? And everybody around the table saying, oh yeah, me too, I have blood sugar, cholesterol. No way, screw that. Absolutely not acceptable. Absolutely not acceptable. I lived a ridiculously unhealthy life for the first 30 years. Yeah, I'm going to say longer than, no. The first 10 years were pretty healthy because my parents had control. And as soon as I got a little control, I went all out. food, intoxicants, lifestyle, smoking. Everything I did was wrong. And then, of course, I had issues and back problems and my ADHD and probably some depression and a whole lot of wonderful, beautiful stuff that makes up the whole Jason picture. But when I finally got my act together and realized that, wow, it might not be too late to turn all this around, I did. And that was about 37 when it started to happen. 36, 37, I started becoming more aware of it. You know, I'd always dabbled with organics, and I've dabbled with this and I've dabbled with that, but I'd never really taken it seriously. And so I started my journey, and at 39 is when it really came together because, you know, I was going up and down. I tried this, I tried that. And then one day my son made comments about the way I looked, and I was just fed up, and I started getting it together. And you fast forward to today, which is now not even 10 years later, and my report came back clean. Perfect. Nothing to talk about. So I want to encourage all of you out there who are worried as to whether or not they can turn it all around. I'm not a young kid. I'm certainly not an old man, but I'm not a young kid. And I came into the same concerns as you did. We had aspartame on the table and margarine, and while my parents did everything in their power, the world has changed and food has changed and life has changed and food isn't what we know it anymore. And I went down that path. There was a point in my life I was eating McDonald's as my only meal every day for months. Months. One Big Mac combo, please. Replace the fries with a cheeseburger and I'll be on my way. That's what I would eat, my only meal of the day. It was a very negative, it was actually a very scary time in my life, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. What I'm trying to say is I too had times in my life where things were at the rock bottom. And then having my blood work come back like this is mind-blowing. So stick with with whatever your journey is. You don't have to give up yet. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can turn it around. You can get yourself healthy. You can actually just get it together. It's enough. You don't have to make excuses and you don't have to be scared, because the worst thing that could happen here is there'll be a slight improvement. Small changes generally bring massive results. So just start with one. Start with one and then move on to the next one. And don't get discouraged on a day that you indulged in something you shouldn't have. Because I also indulge once in a while. And in the big picture, it doesn't matter. You got to think about the big picture. Don't go crazy about that extra teaspoon of honey. Don't go crazy about the fact that you went to your mom's house for dinner and they used regular table salt. That's not what's going to make the difference. What's going to make the difference is what's inside your kitchen, inside your cupboards, what you're pulling through that drive-through when you're in a hurry and you need something to eat. What's in your shopping cart is what matters. What you read off that menu and say, can you please not fry the vegetables? That's what makes the difference. Turning your French fries back into a potato. That's what makes the difference. Not getting the largest steak on the menu, but rather maybe the smallest one of the highest quality. That's what makes the difference. Get a little exercise, eat some healthy food, stay on track, and expect magnificent results. In our program, everybody who's watching knows that these little tiny changes take over your life. And before you know it, you're getting results from the doctor you've never seen. You're looking down and seeing what you're supposed to see. You're feeling good. You're climbing stairs. Your plans are to go to Mount Kilimanjaro, where your old plans used to be, I can't. I've got a doctor's appointment. You don't want that to be your future. Take control over your life. Command yourself to move forward in a positive and healthy way. I've got a hernia right now that needs to be operated on. I'm sitting in a particular way so that it doesn't pop out when I get excited. So that's what you do. You accommodate these things in life. You don't let them take you down. Bob Marley once said, God, I don't do a great Jamaican accent, but I'm going to try it anyways. God does not measure a man how many times he fall down, but rather how many times he get back up. And that was prolific. It was brilliant in its simplest form. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop my hernia back in as I laugh and speak loud and continue to be my merry old self. And I'm going to get through this time in my life. I'm going to accommodate the obstruction and I'm going to work with it rather than against it. I'm going to turn it into a lesson and I'm going to bring my yoga practice on And hey, who knows? I might even turn myself onto some new salad dressing recipe. Who knows? All I know is that I'm going in the right direction. I can't wait for tomorrow, and I hope you feel the same way. Have a great day, everybody. I hope you learned something today, and I look forward to speaking to you again in a week. Bye-bye.